What's up, YouTube? Lauren Green 650. I just wanted to make a video touching on a couple things. A little bit about myself. I'm not going to go in too much on this video, but just a little bit. I just been having a real crazy week with work, and I'm still in the process of moving, and just a bunch of crazy stuff. So I've been kind of slacking on making a video. Shout out to everybody who's consistent making videos, because I am super new at putting up videos on YouTube, and it takes forever just to make a quick video. And my apologies. I do everything on my 5S, my iPhone 5S, which, again, it takes me forever just to do everything on my phone. But that aside, I've been catching up on just, certain people's YouTube videos, and people have been having really good content, in my opinion. I saw just a lot of good videos. You can probably see the Kanye thing in the back. I'm going to touch on that a little bit eventually. I know I'm probably late and probably way overdone topic, but I just had a little bit to say about it, and it kind of ties into other stuff that I was going to bring up. But video-wise, which inspired some of the video, one of which being Jay Paint's video, if anybody's seen. And I don't know really how old they were or not, but I just had caught them, obviously bringing up some of the Kanye stuff. And one video that was really good was the shoe that started it off. People's collection and whatnot are inspired to pick up their shoe habits a little more heavy. And Rack TV's video about do you love your shoes, or it was something to that effect. But I thought they were just, really good topics. And I just wanted to touch on it a little bit. And it kind of brought me into just some things about that got me back in buying shoes a lot. Because I'm definitely an 80s baby. So I've been doing it for a long time. I got an older brother. So him and his friends, they used to buy shoes and play basketball and stuff. And I would see them. And I would always see Jordan on TV. I grew up literally watching him play and everybody else, but I would really kind of envy my brother and his friends and their fashion, and they wore all the stuff that we see today. Not today, but back then that was popular. And some of which obviously being the Jordans. So back in the day, I was obviously heavy into Jordans, and like a lot of people, I could not afford, or at least my parents would not spend the money on getting me stuff. But I definitely had Nike Cortez, and I had, kangaroos back when I was a kid and stuff like that. And, I'll try to get into that on another video, maybe focusing a little more on what got me going. But another thing too, it's because I'm doing it on the phone, everything is usually just one take, so I might jump around, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to try to tie everything in, and hopefully not make the video too long. But going back to Jay Paint's video, about what got him started, and I got to go back a little bit and keep this all the way 100. When for a long time, I know like Soul Collector, Nike Talk, and a lot of the forums and stuff that have been online have been around for a long time, and I've always been into shoes, always since I was a kid. I've always bought shoes. I had a ton of shoes, in my lifespan so far, but I never followed really the release dates and the forums and trying to find out what like the next hot shoe was. I would see it, on somebody in the mall, or I would stumble on it in the store, or, I would see it on TV or on a music video or something like that, or one of my brother's friends or neighborhood friend or person, in the city wearing it. And usually, for the most part, Jordan-wise, I would see people lining up at Nike Town or Foot Lockers, and then I would obviously assume some shoes coming out. So I didn't follow it too much. And then whenever it was, 2008, 9, I'm probably going to get shot if I'm wrong. But whenever the Yeezy 1 came out, I was online, I was at work, and I used to work at Virgin Records, a 4th and Market in the city before it closed down, which is where I got this poster from. This was one of the big posters that they would hang up in the store. And I mean, to be honest, I've always been a Kanye fan since through the wire, whatever. Really quick, one of my ex-girlfriends back in the day had that song somehow and showed it to me way before it had released. And I had liked it just from the beginning. And then working at the music store, I had a friend who kind of knew that he had produced some songs for Jay-Z, and he worked with Rockefeller and stuff. So I was kind of introduced to him that way, but I had appreciated his music real early on. And so when I saw the poster, obviously I got it. And obviously this poster was later after he had already gotten big. But sorry, but that was just a sidebar. But going back to the reason that to bring up the Kanye thing, also besides the whole Adidas thing, was online. I was at work, like I was mentioned before, and I forgot how I even stumbled on it, but I saw a picture of the Yeezy one in that Chicago Bears colorway, and it was blue and orange and gray or something like that. I forgot the picture, and sorry I can't screen share a picture or nothing. But if anybody remembers that, and I mean, I gotta be perfectly honest, I'm talking love at first sight. I loved that shoe when I first saw it. And me personally, I know a lot of people like a lot of low tops, but I've always liked kind of bulkier shoes or high tops, always high tops. So I immediately fell in love with it, and then I thought, I've never seen that shoe. It must be some kind of new design that Nike's doing, and I had no idea that it had any association with Kanye. And so then I started kind of doing some searching around on what was this damn shoe. Come to find out, it associated with Kanye West immediately, and I started thinking I got to try to get the shoe somehow, and then come to find out, obviously, that it was an unreleased color. So I'll try not to drag this out too long, but this going back to one of J Pain's video about what kind of got me started, and like I said, it didn't get me started collecting or whatever, but it did. That was definitely the shoe that got the boxes piling after that. So once I found out that color wasn't getting released, and then obviously I stumbled on the three colorways and the releases that were going to come out, and so the first one being the Zen Gray. And the other thing that's super crazy is emotion that the shoe brings. People are so emotional about whether they hate the shoe, they love the shoe, I'll never wear this shoe, or this one's ugly, or and all that stuff. Love the shoe. When I first saw it, loved the shoe. So I did everything I could to get the shoe. And to be perfectly honest, I had no idea it was going to be that damn hard to get. And another thing, the pink behind the tongue. I've never really worn pink shoes. Nothing against pink shoes or people who wear them or anything like that. But personally, I never worn a pink shoe. So I almost wasn't going to get it. But I was like, I got to get that shoe. And like everybody else, you can't see the damn shoe in person anymore. So the only way was just to buy the shoe and check it out in person. Pain in the ass to get, obviously, like everybody knows. Crazy that I got it. Couldn't believe it. Got it retail, a boutique in the city. And I was able to get it by some miracle. And to this day, I still kind of can't believe that I ended up getting it. But, looking at all the shoes, and then the black and pink one came out, and everybody was obviously hyped about that one. But then going back to me not favoring pink as much, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pass on that one. Obviously in retrospect, it turned out to be the most popular one, and that's okay. I don't mind missing that shoe, and I purposely did it, and that's okay. But the one shoe, and I'm not kidding, God strike me dead if I'm lying, was the net colorway, the tan Yeezy one. This shoe. When I first saw this shoe, I thought, I can't believe, that Kanye came up, and obviously the midsole, and obviously from from the other shoes or whatever. But I just couldn't believe that he came up with a design. And like I said, I was a Kanye fan at the time, and and I still am. Obviously he does crazy shit, but as an artist, he does what he does. You could either love him or hate him and all that stuff, and everybody's opinion is their own. But the shoes really sparked that flame into me really noticing how much Nike was really coming back, on designing really innovative shoes. And I know they've always did the retros and stuff, but as far as new designs, I know they always did the basketball releases and running releases, and I know they always did new designs, but nothing had sparked my personal interest until the Yeezy One, and that shoe just really changed. And then from there, to be perfectly honest, I started watching the YouTube videos. I started looking up, the Yeezy One videos, and then from there, branched off into other people, passion on the shoes. And to be honest, I knew people were out there, but I never was a big internet guy. To be perfectly honest, I never surfed the internet looking for shoes or release dates or people that were into them. And similar to a lot of people's stories, my friends or family nowhere comes close to the passion I have for shoes. Like a lot of other people, they think I was crazy or thought, what the hell are you doing with all these shoes? But you just have this passion for them. And then the one thing I found on YouTube was that there are other people out there that have them or have that passion. And I always thought that was really interesting to see that other people had the same, you know, love for shoes. And I would just watch. I wouldn't comment. I wouldn't do nothing. I mean, years I would watch, you know. And then, to be perfectly honest, because I could do everything on the 5S, I said, I'd like to just, interact with the community. The community's a lot different, obviously, between then and now. And there's been changes, good and bad, and people have came and went. But just to put my 2 cents in and to be able to interact with people on YouTube and it being almost a social network, I think it's just awesome. And that's what got me doing videos every once in a while. And I obviously don't have the editing skills like a lot of people or the quality of a lot of people, but like I said, I just want to put in my 2 cents, see if I can interact with people. So far I've met some really cool people, and I look forward to keep on doing it. And the other thing that J Paint kind of inspired is, I know he always does his his vlogs or whatever, and they're always good, and he doesn't always have a shoe, and so you don't necessarily need a shoe or anything else, just to have good content or interact with the community. So I'm just going to keep from time to time putting out my 2 cents and hoping people stumble on it or comment on it or or anything. But I'm definitely not doing it for subscribers or hype or anything like that. But and that's not why I showed the Yeezys. I know that that's a almost a controversial shoe right now, which seems kind of crazy, but it tied into, like I was saying about the videos and going back to Rax about loving the shoes. Like, I really love the shoe, and it almost seems, not because hype. I didn't even, to be honest, know how hyped it was going to be, but I knew it was limited and all that stuff. But you know um, I just think there's nothing wrong with loving a shoe that people tend to think is hype. Hype almost gets this bad connotation now where it's a bad thing. But everybody loves shoes for the same reason. Well, the true people love the shoes for the right reasons. And there's one reason that a lot of shoes, I hope, it's because of the love, and I know nowadays it's a little different with resellers and people are trying to make money off of it, and it is a little different now in a bad way. But when you do watch YouTube and you do kind of do some searching, you do see that there's a lot of real people out there that do it just for the love and just for the passion and all the right reasons, which is inspiring to me, which is what I'm trying to put my 2 cents in. And just real quick, I know the videos, it's pretty long. Sorry about that, guys. And I doubt anybody's going to watch the whole thing. But about the Kanye thing, about Kanye going to Adidas, I really do think that is going to be a good thing for people who truly liked Kanye's fashion sense, and I know he'll have a lot more freedom to design with Adidas more than likely. So it'll be a lot more his designs as opposed to picking some of Nike's designs and collaborating with the designers there, which I'm sure is what happened, or most people know that's what happened. But I'm sure that they should come out pretty nice, I would think. He takes the fashion thing pretty serious, and I don't think it's bad that people like him. And I know people have strong opinions and hate him or whatever, hate the Yeezys. It's crazy watching like how emotional people get about that shoe, but I'm sure that's one thing that drives him to keep going. So maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. And that's about it. I'll try to make videos every now and again. I'll try to be a little more consistent. I'd like to, at least. I was able to get in the Secret Santa thing, so I will have a video coming up for that. I did do a lot of, or I have picked up a lot of new pickups. You could see them mostly on Instagram, Lauren Green 650, if anybody wants to see them. It's just quicker to do it that way than make a video. But I've been watching the Joanne videos of his unboxing, and those have been pretty cool. And they're real short, so I could maybe start doing some of those. But that's about it, guys. Sorry to take up so much of your time. Thank you for watching. Any questions or comments, please let me know. And I'll see you guys around, guys. Later.